Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome to a brand new playthrough. Now, last time we finished Outlast at episode 20 and I hinted that I had another game in mind. This is Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Now, this is not a new game. This, I think, actually came out in 2006, so it's getting towards 10 years old now, and this was actually one of the first proper sort of survival horrors I ever played back when I was a teenager, so this isn't the first time I'll have played it, but having said that, it has been a long while since I last properly sat down and played this game. So yeah, it's very likely that throughout this, you know, there'll be things that I will forget, you know, so in many ways it'll almost be kind of like I'm playing it for the first time. Who knows? But yeah, this game was actually a little notorious when it came out because some versions of this are bugged. Let me just say that right now. And some of the bugs that can sometimes occur in this are potentially game breaking, i.e. they can actually prevent you from progressing. I remember when I first played this, I did get one of those bugs. However, there are ways you can get around them. Like, in many cases, I've got to stop saying like, I've got to stop saying that. I'm still trying to, you know, stop saying that, but as I was saying, there are ways you can get around the game-breaking bugs. The most common way of doing it is to get like a save file. Fucking hell, I just did it again. Jeez, really got to stop doing that. The most common way of getting around the game-breaking bugs is to find a save file that you can download online. The safest place to find that is from the Call of Cthulhu forums. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, they have like a whole list of save files, so you can use them. Other than that, that's the one real thing to note about this game. I remember actually several years ago, just after I'd started my individual channel, when Phil was also running his own channel, he actually started a playthrough of this game. He literally only did 2 episodes though. But I'm going to take a look at this game, and hopefully I'm going to do more than 2 episodes. Hopefully I'm going to do an entire playthrough of it. Now, before I throw myself in, I'm going to stress that I am quite a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, the old 1920s American weird fiction / horror writer. Obviously, people who have read H.P. Lovecraft will be able to tell from the title of this game, Call of Cthulhu, that this is based upon the works of H.P. Lovecraft. So, before I throw myself in, I'd like to do something a little different. I'm going to read you an extract from H.P. Lovecraft's actual story, The Call of Cthulhu. I'm thinking that for every episode of this playthrough, I'm actually going to start by reading out little extracts from various H.P. Lovecraft stories. So, as I say, this extract is from The Call of Cthulhu. It's from the first chapter, The Horror in Clay, and it goes like this. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance, in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but some day the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation, or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. So that's this episode's extract, but now let's throw ourselves in. I think I'm going to try the private investigator difficulty, because why not? But here we go. Dreams of the future. Okay, but we didn't have time to read that because it's loading. Arkham Asylum, 16th of February 1922.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear. A real fear. A fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
That's the protagonist, everybody. That's who we're playing as, Jack Walters. There we go. So that was 1922. One thing you have to know about this game is it doesn't follow a kind of straightforward pattern. You have to actually piece together information as you find it, and it kind of jumps between different times. So yeah, always keep a note of the dates. Game tips are currently active. If you don't want to see any game tips, they can be turned off from the game options. You can press the S key. Yeah, it's fine. We want the game tips. That's fine. 6.5 years ago. So here we go. We're jumping back in time now. Oh, it's been so long since I played this game. I love it. Massachusetts, 6th of September, 1915.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
And we're in, everybody. We're in the game. Okay. Oh, God, it feels good to be playing this again, I must say. Oh, God, that mouse sensitivity is quite something. I might just have to quickly change that. It's alright, I'll be on my way. Hold on one sec, everybody. Okay, that feels a bit better. Right, so here we are, in-game. Call of Cthulhu, first level. Gosh. I mean, thing is, you'll see, the graphics are, you know, they're dated now, obviously, what with this being a 2006 game, but one of the first things that I must say that I always loved about this game was that it has a very unique kind of look, I must say. And I imagine you'll all probably agree with me. I mean, you'll have seen there during the cutscenes, it had like this very sort of old-timey, sort of grainy film effect going on, which was really good. Also, something else I should stress about this game, for anyone who, seeing this, is thinking about maybe playing it. Apart from being a survival horror, this game is also a detective kind of game. So, what you have to do as you're going along this is take your time and examine things. This is something that my old friend Phil, all those years ago when he started playing this, was guilty of. He didn't look at the environment. He didn't take his time to examine things. And you've got to do that, otherwise you will miss things in this game. So, for example, if you go up to like things and press F,
in this shitty weather, I'll have to imagine the view.
Jack will probably say something, and he might give you important information.
That's one hell of a long drop.
Like that, for example. So, what do we got? We're here outside this weird house. We've got a strange cult up there in the house, and we have to go and investigate. Their leader, Victor Holt, has asked strangely for us, for Jack Walters. You can talk to people as well, I think.
How you doing, kid?
Yep.
Good, sir. Is it true what they say about you?
Depends on what they're saying.
That you've cracked cases where there was no evidence.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Right.
Take note of all this information, everybody. It's all very important. Who's this guy? Can we talk to him?
Jack, Officer Nichols will brief you at the top. Be careful.
Okay, it's Armstrong, right.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong. Just take it easy.
We're wide open here.
It's okay. I've got you covered. I don't like this. Something's not right.
Something's not right. Nothing's right about this.
Okay. Here we are.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Okay. So we have to...
Stay calm.
You better hurry, Jack.
He's on his way.
Oh, and the shit goes down. I remember this now. It's coming back to me. Oh, that's another officer just died there. Right, okay, we need to get inside. So we have to go this way. And through here. And that door should shut behind us. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm just going to pause a second here. Because, for anyone who hasn't seen Phil's 2 episodes of this game that he did years ago, there was a moment here where he, let's just say he said something in a very high-pitched voice. I'm going to see if I can put a hyperlink on the screen right now to a video I put together a while back, and you can all go and see what I mean from that. But, other than that, let's get examining our surroundings now. Okay, there we go, we can open the doors. Oh god, rats everywhere. So we need to examine these rooms.
It's an old stove. It's hot and giving off a lot of smoke. The stove's still burning. It's an old stove.
Okay. So what you have to do, sometimes just like... Stop saying like! Stop saying like! You just have to keep examining things, keep pressing F on them until you've cycled through all the dialogue. Because obviously you need to search for clues.
Too dark to be sure, but that rotting smell tells me these shelves are used for storing food. Probably food, and the rats have been at it. Nothing of interest.
Okay. So you just cycle through the dialogue, pick up every last piece of information. I don't think there's anything else in here. But we do have what appears to be a strange room through here. Ah, here we go. Bookshelves? You going to say anything about them, Jack? Nope, clearly not. I think we can examine the paintings, on the other hand. I hope that's not too dark. You should be able to see that.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape.
This is how it's going to be, people. We're just going to have him repeating things until we... You know, just to make sure that there isn't anything for him to say.
The fire's still burning.
What about this painting? Oh, does that look like Cthulhu to you?
This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy. This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy.
This one.
A powerful painting of some cosmic horror.
Very Lovecraftian. What about the pictures on the other side?
That's an unusual design. These fellows have one curious art collection.
They do indeed. Another alien?
A depiction of some alien creature.
Oh, yes.
It's a strange painting, but it reminds me of something.
As I say, keep taking note of all the things he's saying, viewers and vieweresses. It's all important. What's going on here?
The board has been used to illustrate a diagram. The illustration is quite scientific. Looks like a blueprint for some kind of room. The illustration is quite scientific. Looks like a blueprint for some kind of room.
See all the scribblings on the walls. Ah, hello. What do we got here? Can I... There we are.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
Okay. You've picked up your first journal item. Select the book icon in the interface to study your journal. It may reveal vital clues. When the book icon is greyed out, there are no new entries to read. There were some very Lovecraftian themes going on there in that. Anyone who's obviously read those stories will probably have picked up on them. The idea of mankind being small and insignificant in a big sea of cosmic horrors. But yes, right. I should show you this. And how do I get to my journal? Oh no, that's that. Bollocks. Can't remember how to get to my journal. Okay, 1 second everybody, I just need to go back to the options. Okay, I think I've worked it out. It's I. There we go. Okay, so this is the interface. This is basically your inventory, and it's also where you can get things like... Tell me, I keep saying like. What am I... Ugh, man. I'll get over that eventually. Okay, so you can also get like your morphine. Damn it, I just said it again. God, it's so easy to just come out with random words. In case anyone doesn't know, the reason I'm getting so uppity at myself for saying like is because I'm aware that I constantly say it all the time without realising. But I need to try and clamp down on it, because otherwise it makes me sound like I'm an idiot. But yeah, so you can also carry your morphine in there, as well as your medical supplies. It also gives you the game time, and that's very interesting. But you also have your journal, where you have these. The Diary of Jack Walters, so we should read this here because it's important. September 6th, 1915, a local disturbance. Evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero, but I just had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather, and they want to share the joy with the local hero. It won't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. I don't know, though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Around about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped me at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. So one thing you should be taking from this, viewers, is that Jack Walters has problems. Lack of sleep. He has weird hunches with his cases that often prove out to be correct. And he has weird dreams. Now, collation of general evidence. This is where, like, documents, you fucking hell, I just said it again. This is where your documents that you pick up go. So, podium sermon. This is basically what we just read, pretty much. You also get mythos tomes and manuscripts, but as of yet, we don't have anything for there. So, you always have to keep an eye on your journal. It's very important. Now, let's move on. I think we pretty much cleared this room out. So we go through here. Okay.
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
Okay. Symbol is significant. You go up to it, and there you go. Save point. So, let's save the game whilst we're here. And I think that I shall wrap this episode up. So, cultists are obviously still shooting. But yes, so this was episode 1 of Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth, my new Let's Play. As I said, I'm not going into this blind. I have played this before, but it's been a while, so I will probably, you know, have to try and remember where things are. So it's likely that there will be occasionally things that I forget, in terms of where they were or what happens or whatever. Oh, it's been so long since I last played this. I am really looking forward to this playthrough, and I hope you guys are too, because this should be a good game. I certainly remember it as being scary, I certainly remember it as being atmospheric, so hopefully it will still be scary and atmospheric all these years on. But other than that, hope you'll join me for episode 2, and in the meantime, this is General Red, signing off. Goodbye. Whoa, Jesus Christ! Holy shit! Fucking hell! Bloody hell, that did like 1,000,000 damage! This better not be a... Whoa! Shit! No! Oh my fucking god! How many... What? Holy shit!